All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about something that sits at the very heart of any big project. How do you turn all that data you're collecting into actual usable intelligence? We're going to look at how you can go from just knowing you have a problem to knowing exactly what to do about it. Okay, picture this, because we've all been here. You're staring at a spreadsheet, and it's just a sea of red. The numbers are practically shouting at you. You know what the problem is. You're spending too much, you're falling behind. But the real question, the one that matters, is do you honestly know why? And this is the disconnect, right? On one side, you've got the symptoms. You see a cost variance of, say, negative 50 grand. You see a 3-week schedule slip. But what you're missing, the stuff that's invisible, is the actual root cause. And even more important, the best way to fix it. So let's talk about those initial signals. I like to think of them as the warning lights on your project's dashboard. You know, they're super important, they get your attention, but they don't really tell you what's wrong under the hood. The thing is, for so long, these variance numbers have just been a static, flat snapshot in time. They're great at yelling, hey, you're off track, but they give you almost zero clues about how you got there or, how to actually get back on the road. So, to really diagnose the problem, we need a much more powerful tool. And that tool is Earned Value Management, or EVM. This is how we move past those simple flashing lights to get a real three-dimensional view of our project's health. The first piece of this puzzle is what we call planned value, or PV. Super simple, really. It's just the budget you set aside for the work you plan to get done by this point. It's your map. It's where you thought you'd be. Next up, we've got Earned Value, or EV. And this one is so important. It's the value of the work you have actually finished measured against your original budget. It has nothing to do with how much you spent. It's purely a measure of what you've accomplished. It's what you really got done. And the third piece is actual cost, or AC. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just the cold, hard cash you've spent to get that work done. This is the bottom line, what actually left the bank account. Now, defining these is one thing, but seeing them work together, that's where the magic really happens. So let's walk through a quick example to see how these three numbers give us the vital signs for our project. Okay, so here's the situation. We're on day 8 of our project. Our plan, the PV, said we should have completed $7,000 worth of work. But when we measure what we actually finished, our EV, it's only worth $6,100. And to get that work done, our AC, we spent $7,300. Now, with just those three numbers, we can calculate two incredibly powerful indicators. I call them our over-the-horizon radar. They don't just tell us where we are right now, they tell us where we're headed. They are the Cost Performance Index, CPI, and the Schedule Performance Index, SPI. First is the Cost Performance Index, or CPI. All you do is take your earned value and divide it by your actual cost. So 6,100 divided by 7,300 gives us 0.84. So what does that mean? It means for every single dollar we're spending, we're only getting 84 cents worth of value back, a classic sign of inefficiency. Then we have the Schedule Performance Index, SPI. This time, it's earned value divided by planned value. So 6,100 divided by 7,000, which comes out to 0.87. This tells us we're working at only 87% of the speed we originally planned. We're definitely lagging. So let's just put it all together. The rule of thumb is dead simple. If either of these numbers is less than 1, you've got a problem. A CPI under 1, you're over budget. An SPI under 1, you're behind schedule. With our numbers, yeah, our project is officially in trouble on both counts. So we've run the tests, we've got the data, the vital signs are flashing red all over the place. But this brings us right back to that first question we asked. Okay, great, now what? Knowing you're sick is one thing, but knowing the cure is something else entirely. And this, right here, is where we introduce the game changer. This is where we add an AI co-pilot on top of our EVM data. This is the moment we stop just looking at data and start creating real actionable intelligence. So, how does this work? Well, the AI takes all that EVM data and does 3 amazing things we just can't do on our own. First, it spots hidden patterns across thousands of data points. Second, it digs deep to find the actual root cause of the problem. And third, it gives us prescriptive analytics. It actually suggests what we should do next. And here's the night and day difference. A traditional report just tells you a fact. You are behind schedule.
An AI-powered insight tells you a story. You're behind schedule because a specific component, which it found by scanning shipping logs and emails, has been stuck in customs for the last 8 days. One is a problem, the other is the beginning of a solution. This totally changes the game. It lets us shift our entire approach to managing projects. We can finally stop just reacting to fires and actually start preventing them.
And this is what being proactive looks like. The AI doesn't just point out the problem, it models solutions. And look at this, it gives each solution a success probability based on historical data. It's basically saying, look, you can expedite the shipping, and that has a 75% chance of working. But if you switch to this local supplier, there's a 92% chance you'll get back on track. That's not just information, that is a massive strategic advantage.
And this really brings it all home. Those fundamental calculations, our CPI and SPI, are still absolutely crucial. They are our radar. But the AI is the brilliant co-pilot that interprets those signals for us. It turns the what into the why, and then into the how to fix it. And that combination is absolutely the future of project intelligence. It's all about moving from just seeing the problem to getting ahead of it.
So if there's one thought I can leave you with today, it's this. It's time to stop just tracking your variance. It's time to start really understanding it.
And that leads to one last question for you to think about. When you look at how you run your projects, are you reactive? Are you constantly putting out fires? Or are you predictive? Are you set up to solve tomorrow's problems today?